So Saturday night's main event. Now, who would have thought that the best part of the show could be the part that actually doesn't air on television? Right, basically after the show, an incident happens, which is the best part of the show, actually, the best part of Saturday night's main event, and I'm going to delve into that and a little bit more of the show in general. But before I get into that, guys, listen, I have a goal. I want to get 1,000 subscribers before 2025, so I would love it if you guys could just help me out, press the subscribe button, help me reach 1,000 subscribers before 2025. Obviously, I don't want to force you. Only subscribe if you like this kind of content, if you like wrestling content, if you want me to grow, maybe, and it would just be fantastic if you could support me on this journey of wrestling content by getting me 1,000 subscribers by 2025. That's 2 weeks from now, guys. I understand. All right, so that's that. Now let's just get into Saturday night's main event and what makes this show predictable, but at the same time interesting, right, for certain reasons. And then, of course, the last part, which nobody got to see on television, but that really, really just takes things to another level and just shit hit the fan, guys. Shit hit the fan, and I'm really excited for this particular rivalry, so let's get to it. So long story short, very predictable. With the best part happening, like I said, after the show ended, after it went off air. Now, about that, I guess that's what happens when you have a 2-hour time slot, I suppose, and that too just filled with commercials. So many commercials on Saturday night's main event. We haven't seen that. We see that on the normal everyday shows, but I don't know if I was expecting that on this particular show, even though, yeah, it's on TV. But then again, it makes you wonder, man, what's going to happen with Netflix? Are we going to get commercials like this on Netflix as well? Because that would be disappointing considering the hype regarding Netflix. And, sometimes you just want to see full matches, right? Do we have to wait for a PLE to see full matches? I want to see full matches even on just regular everyday television. So that is yet to be seen. Let's see what happens regarding that. It does make you a bit worried, but let's see what happens. So yeah, everyone retained. Liv Morgan retained her women's championship belt against Io Sky. This to me was, pretty much expected, although a lot of people seem to be upset about this. It was a good match, and I feel realistically, obviously, in any other normal circumstance, Io would beat Liv Morgan, any day. But obviously, story-wise, we weren't going to see that happen, and that's just not going to happen because it's going to be Rhea Ripley who will destroy Liv Morgan eventually to become the women's championship, right? Rhea Ripley also came out after the match, and there was a stare-down between Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan. That's what's going to happen. That's what we are going to see. Gunther also retained his championship against both Damian Priest and Finn Balor. This was a great match, and Gunther has clearly proven himself to be worthy of the championship belt, especially in this match, because he took out 2 people, not 1, right? We can also definitely say that perhaps Damian Priest and Finn Balor are now out of the title picture, and this obviously makes us curious to wonder and just see where Damian Priest and Finn Balor go from here and who Gunther's next opponent / challenger could be. The main event was Cody Rhodes versus Kevin Owens. I personally felt that if there was ever a moment when Cody could potentially lose the title, this was the time to do it. And the final portions of this match actually made me feel that it might actually happen. Instead, what we saw is Cody Rhodes taking advantage of a situation that KO created for himself by bringing a chair into the ring. Yeah, Cody cheated, you can say, to win this match, but the lines are actually blurred in this scenario because Kevin isn't very clean either. His anger is legitimate, and he just makes sense, while Cody just did what he had to do at that moment. What I enjoy about this is the blurring of the lines between heel and face. They both make sense in their own way, obviously. But then what happens after the show, which I keep repeating, it happens after the show and the show went off air, is what ultimately makes things just just takes things to another level. Shit hits the fan, right? But I'll get back to that later. Basically all the titles were retained. I'll get back to what happened after the show in just some time. We also have Drew McIntyre, who defeated Sami Zayn. This was expected too, considering Drew has just returned after facing CM Punk in a Hell in the Cell at Bad Blood, and therefore he will be pushed further. That is just natural. So this was also predictable, right? Drew is out for vengeance against all those who have and are associated with Roman Reigns. Overall, I felt this was a great match, right? Minus all the commercials, right? This was a good match. I just wish we could see more of it, right? At some level. We also have the first Women's United States Championship match, right? And it's Chelsea Green. Now the question is, for how long will she be able to hold on to the title for? No doubt she's quirky, she's entertaining, her character is just wacky, right? And she deserves the push. But how long will she be able to keep the title around her waist, right? It'll be interesting because there are many women who are now going to be eyeing the United States Championship. And quite frankly, Chelsea Green isn't the most dominant force, even if she is entertaining. So basically, there were no real surprises on this show. In fact, every match was clean, right? No interferences, no nothing, except, the Cody Rhodes-Kevin Owens match in which Kevin Owens brought the chair in. But other than that, it was a fairly straightforward show with nothing big that happened, no crazy surprises, However, I'm going to have to say one thing, right? I loved the nostalgic vibe of Saturday night's main event and how they brought us back to a period long ago. We had the old school referee gear, the old ring ropes with the colors, you saw the old school entrance guardrails. For presentation, WWE gets an A+ from me. Plus, just lots of attention given to the overall ambience, so thumbs up to that. Now finally, regarding what happened after the show went off air. Cody Rhodes is basically hyping up the audience when Kevin Owens attacks him from behind and hits Cody not just with a piledriver, but a package piledriver. The security come out and Kevin Owens steals the winged title belt. Yes, he steals the winged title belt. The one thing Cody has dreamt of and something that he is getting just for one night. But Kevin Owens steals it. Cody is basically stretched out of the arena, and we also get a confrontation between Kevin Owens and Triple H. Regardless, Kevin Owens manages to walk out with the winged title belt. The legendary winged title belt. So obviously this feud is not quite over yet. It was good to see Triple H becoming a part of this. We don't see much of that these days. I love the anti-establishment behavior of Kevin Owens. We don't see much of that these days either. This is quite frankly the best feud of Cody Rhodes since he became the undisputed champion at WrestleMania, and it's all thanks to a few factors. Kevin Owens being pissed at Cody makes sense. There's logic to it. Even if he's a heel, as per the narrative, his reasoning still makes sense. So that's one thing. The other thing is Kevin Owens' personality. His trolling personality, with his t-shirts mocking Cody Rhodes and his family legacy. That's another thing. The third thing is the anti-establishment vibe and attitude. Kevin is being pushed to the edge. He may get even crazier, quite frankly, at this point. We already see him getting delusional, holding the winged belt the way he did and leaving with it. He may come out with it on SmackDown as well. He actually posted on X, posted a picture of him holding a belt and mine, right? And man, I love how the WWE uses social media. That can actually be a video of its own, right? So those are the reasons why I find this feud to just be incredible. Overall, I felt the show to be alright, right? But the post-show segment was the best. Very interested to see where we go from here. Cody finally has a real enemy during his title reign. Now obviously Cody Rhodes will be gone for a couple of weeks or more. Realistically, it should be more. Although we have January 6th Raw coming on Netflix. And, he's obviously going to be there. I would think so at least. So anyways, guys, looking forward to what's to come in regards to many things. Just excited for the times ahead for many reasons, right? This Cody Rhodes situation, the Bloodline situation with Roman finally going up against Solo on January 6th, Raw Netflix debut. I made a video on that, by the way, and how I feel this could play out. Then, of course, we have the whole women's division with Liv on Raw and Nia Jax on SmackDown. Just lots of stuff to really look forward to, so stay tuned, guys. And like I said, please do subscribe if you haven't already. 1,000 subscribers ideally by 2025, okay? So, till next time, peace out, guys. Bye.